All right, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Let me turn this down here, guys. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Let me just turn this up a little bit. There we go. We're on. All right, we're on. Let me get you guys over here. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Gold with the decent push up in Asia. Audio, video, good, awesome. Thank you, Bruno. Welcome back, everyone. If any guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. Been trading for the past 8 years and mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. Gold ended up having a nice move yesterday. I did take some longs yesterday into the New York session, but didn't really do that much. I took a little bit of a break-even day where I was buying this fake out play here on gold, looking for price to come up and have a much deeper retracement higher, kind of what we're doing right now. Unfortunately, as we kind of hit the highs, came back down, I decided to close this trade at break. Even before then, you know, you did get higher, but it pretty much took the whole entire day. So it was a very choppy day yesterday on gold. Didn't really do that much. You've had a nice squeeze up here in Asia. You guys on Zoom that were on the Asian market call, we called these gold longs, where I do believe we're going to see gold back up into 48.20. I like overall longs on gold. Now, before we do anything, guys, let's have a look at the news for the day. I don't think we have very much. Where are we? What do you have news for the day? What are the events for today? Let's have a look here. Let's have a look here, guys. So what do we have? Tuesday, the 14th of April. Let's have a look here. We got weekly US ADP jobs data and the US PPI. What time is that coming out in London time? Let's have a look. I'll be on fast markets today as well, guys. If you guys are around to be on fast markets for New York Open today, yeah, we got core PPI 1:30 London time. 1:30 London time, we got that core PPI news coming out, which will be interesting. Hopefully wakes this market up. I don't imagine it's going to do too much, but hopefully we get some more volatility today, because yesterday was a very slow day. So we got here, US PPI is unlikely to be a market moving report, much like the US CPI last Friday, because everyone knows it's going to be hot due to the US-Iran war. That's old news. What matters now is what happens with the US-Iran negotiations, as that's going to shape up the future growth and inflation expectations. So not too much to move the markets here today. It'll be more so seeing how we react once we do get into that New York session. Interesting close yesterday on gold. Very interesting close. We had that huge gap down, the massive wick rejection of that 46.50, and ended up closing all the way back above some massive levels. You know, the closure yesterday on gold was very big. You know, we closed up bullish 1,500 ticks, which is a very strong sign. And pretty much what I'm looking for on gold is to come up and liquidate some daily highs. I like gold to come up into these highs around the 10th of April, which is around that 48.20 level. Ideally, same as yesterday, I want to be buying gold. I wanted to be a buyer yesterday on gold. Didn't do that much, but still the direction was correct, because we ended up having this perfect hourly morning star here on gold pretty late in the day, but this ended up being a really nice trade. I didn't take that long because it was about, what, 6 o'clock my time. I'm more than done with the charts, but then ended up being a very nice move. So this is where we're looking for gold to tap up into today. The reason being is we also have we got a pretty decent trend line coming down like this. You guys know the way we like to trade trend lines here is, if this is our trend line, you know, most people will be trying to short this trend line, risk off the high, and what we're trying to do is, same as yesterday, we're trying to buy it up into where most people are trying to short. So we're trying to buy it up into this trend line. So if we get rid of these levels, from yesterday, that's where we're trying to buy gold up into. But you can see here, pretty much since 1 a.m. London time, we have been in a pretty aggressive range, a very aggressive range. Again though, the interesting thing on gold here is this is our range. If we mark on the highs of the range and we mark on the lows of the range, what have we now just done? We've just came down, we've tagged the lows of the range. Now it could be potentially time to come for the highs. I do believe any early sellers here on gold will get trapped, and that's ideally what we're trying to take advantage of. I'd like to buy back up into where most people are trying to sell. Now, like I say, my only concern with gold right now is the hourly time frame is very, 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 very choppy. But still, I would like to be buying up into these levels because, like I say, that's where I believe most people are trying to short. That's where I'm trying to take advantage of that squeeze higher. VWAP in a short explanation, support and resistance. Support and resistance. Says as complex as it needs to be. Support and resistance. Trading above it, we're holding it as support. You broke below, broke straight back above. There's your fake out support, push higher. Kind of right now, we've broken above it. We're acting as support, trying to get back above. Is 4,800 strong resistance? Yes, definitely. 4,800 is a big level. But I do believe we're going to spike 4,800 much more aggressively. So let's see. Could we get long? Where's the alley open down here? Yeah, let's see. I would like to see if we can play this range today on gold. I'm not looking for a huge trade. What's that? About 125 ticks? Not too bad. Like I say, not the biggest range of the world, but again, not the worst range. You guys are trading Asia today. You guys have any Asia trades? I don't think it was. You kind of had that great move up, but I would imagine it happened pretty quick. Let's have a look here. Yeah, you guys get any Asia trades today? Is there much in these markets? Let's have a look. Let's see. Where are we? In a long, nice banner, nice. Where are you long from? You long from like down here already? Went long with the trendline break on the hourly chart, went sideways, and then stopped out. Still keen for longs above 4,800. Yes, me too. Yeah. On the trendline break, was that the one coming down here? Like that one coming down there. Got long on silver, but tagged before the move. Nice. We're gonna have a look at silver. Look at this hourly fake out coming here on gold, guys. I'd like to see if there's potential buys here. I want to see some buys coming in here on gold. There's a possibility to start a small position soon. Let's see. I like gold to come up and fill this range and retest that 4,800 level, which is about a 100 tick range. About 100 tick range. Which again, I mean 100 tick range 2-3 years ago was was a great range. Now we're almost turning our nose up at 100 tick range. 100 ticks is still fantastic. Yeah, no bottom wick on the hourly. Yeah, it just looks like more of a fake out though. I'd be very surprised in the next 17 minutes you come all the way right back down. We're still breaking out. I would still like to be a buyer. Let's see, Sean. Damn, that's not bad. That was a great trade. Yeah, silver. Look at that for a move. Very nice. Look at that for a move. That's a great move. Came down, tagged some lows, broke back higher. Bearish, bullish. That was nice. Nice. Even if it did get you, that was a nice fake out play right there. Look at that, nice fake out play on silver. That was a really nice play. Even to come back and just tag some nice highs here. That was a nice fake out play on silver. What time is that? 3:30. Broke below, broke straight back above, held view up, squeeze high. That was beautiful. That was very nice. Nice trade though, man. Nice trade. Silver, again, we'll probably see silver come high now, similar to gold. I'd like to see silver maybe back up into 78s. Silver's looking good. You had that great breakout as well. Great breakout yesterday. Has that daily closure looking... Yeah, look at that. That was a beautiful daily close on silver. Look at that. Tagged lows, closed bullish, squeezing back higher. Look at these. This daily chart on silver looks crazy. Look at these. All these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bullish candles, but looks so choppy. It's so choppy. But that was a nice closure. Tag lows, close bullish, easy bullish buys there on silver. Same as gold. That looks really nice. I like that. Kind of still looks good too. I'm gonna keep an eye on Goldie here, guys. I want to see if we can get long on Goldie here this morning. I like the way gold's shaping up. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, all. Good morning, Nick. Good morning. And check what's going on. Yeah, bullish close by previous day closure. Yeah, So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we get some of these Goldie longs here. Let me have a look at some of you guys' questions here. Is it possible shooting star pattern on the daily? Let's have a look. Isn't a shooting star pattern? Let me have a look. I think is it more of a reversal short? Let's see. Shooting star. I believe shooting star happens more at the bottom of a range. Let me see. Shooting star pattern trading. Yeah, shooting star mainly happens at like the highs or the lows of a range. Which to me, this doesn't look like a shooting star. So the shooting star is kind of like the middle bit of a morning and evening star. Like this, for example. That's a good reversal sign. Shooting star to the highs. I personally don't see one. Maybe you mean on silver? No. To me, it looks like the opposite. A shooting star is kind of when you tag highs and hold resistance looking like you're going to sell off. But here you've tagged lows and closed very bullish. So if you kind of compare it, it's usually like a top of a reversal sign for sure. But you get that huge wick rejection at massive resistance. But a big rejection to the highs. Whereas yesterday's candle was a big rejection to the lows. So to me, this looks like a great support sign for a much deeper long. I think shooting stars usually, yeah. Like you wick highs, you close bearish. Kind of pretty much just like our evening star. It's like it looks like the middle of our evening star pattern that we trade all the time. Like this, like that. But no, to me, gold's looking bullish. Let's see. Are we just gonna squeeze here, Goldie? Let me see. We don't just squeeze. I want to see if we can just get a little bit of a wick down to get in. It was nice, nice buys here at 735, right off that VWAP and 30-minute closure back above. I'm not gonna chase this high because it is big resistance, but if we can pull back, I would like to take this trade. See if Goldie's going to be good to us here. Hey Aaron, no bottom wick on the daily today. What's your take? It's a good point. It's a good point. There is a little bit of a bottom wick. I mean, I have a very bullish bias today on gold, so it doesn't really bother me too much. But it could be something to watch maybe once we get around these liquidity levels. Maybe we do find some resistance and come lower, but yeah, I have a very bullish bias today on gold. So it's not really something I'm too worried about. That closure yesterday makes me just want to buy gold. Let's have a look, Barna. Yes. Yes, fantastic entry. Is that the 30-minute or 15 maybe? I like that. Yeah, they had that fake out trade. Just closed. Nice. Yes, 15-minute. Yeah, nice fake out trade there. Really nice. Nice fake out trade below the lows of the range and where you're targeting all the way back at the highs. But to be honest, where your entry is from here to here, playing the range, 90, 100 ticks, nice trade, really nice trade, nice fake out play there. It's also nice on the 30-minute too. Where are we, Goldie? So you had that nice close below, close straight back above, also back above VWAP, so buying around there. Yeah, look at that, 90 ticks, job done, good job, nice trade. Yep, nice Harry, similar, good job. 30-minute morning star. It's more of a, it's not really a morning star from here. It's more of a fake out play, to be honest. This is more of a 30-minute fake out because you broke below support. So what does that bring in? Brings in a lot of people trying to short. Now, why would you not sell? Because you're shorting at the lows of the range where the fake out's going to happen. So you broke below support, broke straight back above. So there's your fake out play. This would be your longs right here. So let's see if we can pull back here on gold at this London Open and see if we can take some of these longs. Maybe below some 5-minute lows would be nice. What are your thoughts on the evening star at around the Asia opening? Let's have a look. Well, evening stars are a reversal short sign. I'm not selling gold today. I'll be buying gold. So I think you maybe mean here, this evening star. Would I short this on gold? This evening star like this? Because this is a nice evening star? Absolutely not. The reason I wouldn't sell this evening star on gold is because I'm looking for longs today. And the reason I'm looking for longs today on gold is because we had that great break to the upside. So for me personally, I'm not looking for any downside on gold today. Therefore, I'm not looking for evening star patterns. If anything, I'm looking for morning star patterns to go long. So, you know, again, same here. you see this kind of evening star pattern happening here. Why would you not short this? Because you're not looking for shorts, you're looking for longs. Because we have huge trend lines coming down on gold. We're overall bullish on the higher time frame. So yeah, I'm not looking for reversal short signs. I'm looking for reversal and continuation long signs, which can be a fake out play or could be a morning star play. I think this is what, you know, this evening star play is what would trap in a lot of early sellers, which is kind of why I want to see gold go higher. For us to get an entry here, all I want to see is just a little bit of a pullback, maybe squeeze some 5-minute lows so I can catch a good risk to reward, just because if I start buying from here, you know, the risk to reward is not really worth it. It's not really worth it. I think we can get a better entry than that. Let's have a look. Would you target another liquidity level of 48.20? Yes, ideally. But for the London session, with news later on, I would manage around here. But ideally, yes, we're trying to target all the way back up here. Absolutely. That's my ideal target there on gold, 48.20. But if we just rip these highs here, it's going to be a bit tough because this move's happening at 7 AM London time. See how we react around here. But you will get any rejection from here. Bring in more sellers, more likely to squeeze this higher. We got London open in 9 minutes here as well, guys. You guys who are on pre-London today, good job, because these shorts are, these longs are pushing very, very, very well. We'll look at NQ as well, guys. We'll look at NQ. We'll break down silver a bit. I imagine silver is probably looking pretty similar to gold, but we can absolutely have a look. We can absolutely have a look. Let's see. Let's have a look at silver. Yeah, silver. Yeah, look at this. Again, this is huge on silver. Tag lows, close bullish. Where would you be buying silver? Unfortunately for us London traders, around the open in Asia, targeting the highs. Again, silver is unfortunately one of the markets where if we're not already in the longs, which unfortunately we're not because we've just jumped on, then I won't chase from here because this is really where I know I should be buying from this support, not up here. So silver, I think we should just focus on gold instead. If you are in silver longs, good job. I think you'll see silver squeeze 78s, which is looking very nice. You had this huge gap down, tagged some major lows, huge daily lows, broke back above, retested, squeezed higher. Really nice push there on silver. Really, really nice push. Let's have a look at NQ here. Let's have a look. Wow, look at that NQ as well. Look at that Goldie. NQ, look at this. Again, we had NQ to come up and retest this resistance. Also, you guys who were here yesterday, look at this. Did this happen in Asia, actually? No, it happened yesterday. You guys who were here yesterday, remember we had, from even back in last week, last Friday, Thursday, we were talking about NQ to come back up and retest that 25,500 region. You have now got there beautifully. You guys who are trading NQ in New York, look at this. Great longs yesterday. Probably nicer than gold, actually. That's a fantastic run there. So what do you, again, it's pretty similar to gold in the sense that, let me just fix this up here. 2 seconds, guys. Sorry, 2 seconds. Kind of similar to gold in the sense that you have already had this phenomenal push. Wow, look at that. Gold just squeezed out the highs there, guys. Goldie's squeezing out the highs. Now, what we do from here in London is going to be interesting. Like I say, I do like gold to fill this entire range. But for London, we're right back at that 4,800 level. So any sellers on gold have been squeezed out. Again, us trading coming into London, it's a little bit tough. Why? Because where should we have been buying from? Like down here. Should have been buying from back down here. But were we on the charts? No. So what do we do now? We have to accept it and just wait. But that's a great trade. You guys who are trading that range, You know, we speak about this all the time with these range plays. Plays happen multiple times a day, multiple times a week. What do we do with the ranges? We come down, we tag the lows. Then where do we come to next? Right back for the highs. Take profit hit for me, $500 banked. Yes, nice work, Harry. Good work. Beautiful work. I am still just checking my long position on personal. I'm still low for like back down here on my personal. I'm trying to see if we can get these day trades here as well though. Like that's a great push. Phenomenal push. So if we do close above 4,800, yeah, you know, we may see gold go higher. Let's see. Yeah, NQ is kind of tough because I feel like, you know, being this high, you may get the urge to want to short because you're that high. But to be honest, this was that nice of a long trade that, same as NQ, I'll be looking for any pullbacks to continue buying. Where could we come up to next on NQ? Probably right back up into 25,700. I don't trade NQ, but any of you guys trade that in New York session yesterday? We hit our levels beautifully. So although we don't trade NQ, you can see it follows the same principles as gold very well. Traps in early sellers, risking off the highs. What does it do? Comes up and rips all of them levels, all of the levels. So great run there on NQ. That's a phenomenal run. See here. I'm just closing half of my long position from yesterday on Goldie. Half of the long position from yesterday I'm holding, closing. I only took a 0.5 micros on gold yesterday from that long. It's up around $5,000 on a 0.5. Let's see. How do you find the range? Good point. You find the range by understanding higher time frame highs and lows. So for example, the trade that we spoke about last week as well for the longs is here's your support, here's your resistance. Now the interesting thing about here, and we were drawing these lines on before this happened as well, the lows of the range here on this trade were interesting. Why? Because this was actually previous daily lows. So the interesting thing about this low here is this was previous daily lows. So if I see price coming down to grab previous daily lows, and for the highs of the range, you know, we were drawing this on when we were like all the way back down here. All I'm trying to understand is, you know, a level of resistance where price hasn't grabbed the highest point, which is right here. You can see here, you create this perfect double top. Here again, that's where most people are trying to short. That's where I'm trying to buy it up into. Same as down here. Again, this was a trade I took last Tuesday on fast markets. Here was our range like this. That was the highs of the range. Here was the lows. So I actually shorted down into the lows last week before you then came down, tagged lows, went back above, and then where do you come to next? Right back to the highs of the range. So ideally, you're trying to identify these on higher time frames. But again, here on gold, this is your resistance. You mark on the highest point of the range where price hasn't grabbed, and that's where I'm trying to trade into. I was $100 away from a payout, and I chased a short and lost $2,000. Hey man, you know, I feel like we would all be lying if we haven't had the same thing happen to us. Have I been a couple of $100 away from a payout, chased and lost the account? Absolutely. So I'll tell you one thing. It happens. You know, it absolutely happens. And it will hurt right now. And it's going to hurt for a while. But like I say, it happens. It happens to all of us. It's happened to me, or it happened to everyone. If it hasn't happened to you, it'll probably happen at some point. As much as I don't want it to happen to you guys, it does happen. And I would be lying if I said it hadn't happened to me. It's absolutely happened to me. I've been very close to payouts before. You know, maybe I need like one more $150 day. So I size up and try and make it really quick, and then I end up losing the whole entire account. It happens. But what we do now with that information is what helps us get to the next level. And the good thing is there, you were $100 away from a payout. So what does that tell us? That tells us you've passed the combine, you've proved that you can trade, and you've made money to actually even get to the point of being able to take a payout. So I know it sucks, but remind yourself that you are on the right path because you got to that point. And a lot of people struggle to even get to that point. So good job on getting to that point. Now, the biggest thing you want to do is set your risk management rules so you don't have that ever happen again. Set your personal day loss limits, set your contract limits, set how much you're willing to lose in a trade, and bounce back. You've got there before, you can get there again. It happens. It happens to all of us. It's happened to me and it happened to many of other people. Sometimes in trading you take them big losses and you think that you're on your own or why me, but I promise you, it happens to the best of us. That's a good question. Aaron, why don't you increase your size in your personal? You've proven that you can make good money with 0.5 lots. Why not push yourself and increase it to 2 to 3 lots? I have, which is kind of the complete opposite, but I've actually reduced my size a lot recently. But that's just because the ranges on gold are huge. The ranges on gold are massive. Like if I take 2 to 3 lots and I'm in like a, couple of 100 tick range, losing thousands in a day is just mentally too much for me. I'm very happy to take $1,000, $2,000 trades a couple of times a week. On average, the last 2 months on my personal, I'm up around, I think like around 50-ish thousand. To me, that's just it's just enough for me right now. If I try and push it 2 more, it's going to affect my decision making. I know we shouldn't focus on the dollars and we should just focus on the process. But at the end of the day, we're human. Like this trade right now. I'm long from my personal. I'll share it on my story after. I'm long on my personal from like all the way back down here. I'm up like around $5,000 in this trade right now. For me, it's just good enough. Like it's like, yeah, I could push this and I could be up $10,000 or $20,000 right now. But mentally, I know that if I see them numbers, I'm just not there yet. For instance, take Dakota. This is what I love about the way Dakota trades. Dakota could hold a trade for like 6 figures. I'm just not there yet. I know I'm not, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being, having $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 trades. Like that's good enough for me. I'll get there. Don't worry. I'll push the size and trade more. But if you look at my trading from like a year ago or 2 years ago, I was trading way more size than 0.5. The reason I'm only trading 0.5 now, just because the ranges are huge. So yes, like I could push it. But I know if I push it too much in these ranges and I see, minus 10,000 or minus 15,000 before catching a $20,000, $30,000 trade, like it immensely will affect me too much. So I'll increase it, but with time. It's okay. Like I said, I'm more than happy to take $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 trades consistently. If I show you guys my gold's just ripping here, guys. It's very unfortunate because I would like to be in these longs here on my Topstep account, but unfortunately this high, I have to just let the markets run. I can't chase this high. Why? Because I know I should have been buying from down here. I wasn't on the charts yet. Outside of my trading hours, fine. Accept it and wait. We got all day. If you guys are in this trade, good job. We're trying to hold gold longs all the way back up into here as well. Like if I show you guys personal from, let's just go back to start the year. How do I do that? Where do we do this? Here. So this is for the year so far. And this to me is just, like I say, enough. Could this be more? Could I push myself? Yes. But like, I'm good with this. It's like I could push it, but I just feel like mentally it can affect me too much. Whereas this, I'm happy with the consistency here. Happy with the consistency on my personal. Happy with the consistency on my Topstep accounts. But then I have my stock plays as well. And to be honest, I actually the biggest risk, which is actually weird, the biggest risk I take in these markets is actually on my stock plays. My stock plays could be down, which is so strange, maybe 10, 20,000, and that doesn't affect me at all. Whereas when it's actually day trading, it does a lot more, which kind of sounds stupid. But my largest trading is in long-term stocks. I mean, if gold does pull back here, guys, great. We'll trade. The more you, like I say, the more you reject from these highs, more people try and short, more likely to see it squeeze higher. Yeah, it's really good button. It's really easy to use, super easy. Just drop your data and it's all there for you. But so is the features here in Topstep as well. To be honest, like I love the features in here. Super easy to read and understand. But it's some form of journaling. It is very important. You got NQ squeezing high. You got Goldie squeezing high. If we can pull back on gold, like I say, guys, any rejections from here brings in sellers risking off this high, more likely to see this squeeze higher. So if we can pull back and get long, fantastic. But look at that, it's a phenomenal run up there. We jumped on the charts, we're all the way up here. Could you explain the reason why you took that personal, why you took the trade from your personal? What's the setup? Yes, I mean, it's everything we went over yesterday. The reason for longs yesterday, because this is where we were talking about this in the London session, but the reason for these big longs on gold is you have a huge trend line coming down. And the way that I like to trade these trend lines, the way that you guys see me trade these trend lines, I give you another example. One of the best trades that I have also taken this year, which is way nicer than this trade, was actually a long on silver. Was it in March? No, it was back here. This was a trade that I took on silver. Again, we talked about this on all of our London live streams as well. You have a trend line coming down here, and you have a big trend line coming down here as well. And my idea with these trend lines is most people try and short these trend lines. I'm trying to buy up into this trend line. So two of my best trades this year has been buying silver and buying gold. Trend line coming down, I'm buying into the trend line. Trend line coming down, I'm buying into the trend line. And with these trend lines, I'm trying to target the second touch because that's typically the level that gets liquidated the most. So same with gold. And remember, we spoke about this yesterday. Here's our trend line coming down. Here's our liquidity level here. That's where we're trying to target. But not only that, it's not just the trend line. It's overall gold is bullish. We had this beautiful breakout last week, and I believe a lot of people are trying to short gold, and I'm trying to buy up into gold. I think you're getting too many early sellers trying to short gold. For instance, here, if gold was really going to have a true sell-off from here, it's always going to come up and liquidate the previous highs. So this is what I picture a lot of people will be trapped in right now. And if gold's going to have a true sell-off, what do we know gold loves to do? Loves to tag the highs and then sell off. But what did we not do here? Again, we spoke about this yesterday as well before this move even happened. But what did we not do here? We never wicked the highs before selling off. Therefore, that's the level that I'm trying to target. Yeah, then that trend line manipulation is just perfect. Do you have a public stock port? Not public, but I do share all of my stock plays in Discord. Every time I'm buying a stock, I share it in Discord. I shared my Amazon buy, my Meta buys. I'm sharing all the buys in Discord. I share all my profits and when I close the trade, etc. as well. So we got gold squeezing high there, guys. For day trading, unfortunately, we have to give it a little bit of time. Look at that, silver right back up into 78. Look at that, silver back up into 78. Called that perfectly again. Again, though, for us London traders, should have been from down here, not up here. Nah, and the longs were from 6 a.m.-ish, buying back down here. Back down here, not here. I mean, you could buy this hourly fake out, but the risk is too big for me. So the longs on gold were either from down here at 1 a.m. in Asia or down here, not from this current hour, unfortunately. Yeah, definitely. The nicest trade so far here to catch this move on gold was unfortunately right here. I mean, we somehow were on here, but we literally hadn't even fired up yet. But that was the nicest trade. You broke below support, broke right back above. Liquidity level here and here. There's your trade. That was a phenomenal push. I have a bit of FOMO in that trade because that's my plan to perfection. Do you have a look at volume profile? I don't, man. I don't. I used to briefly. Not really, to be honest. There we go. I just closed my trade there, guys. I just closed my trade from yesterday. Yeah, that was a weird ass trade. Yeah, I just closed the personal player $5,000 trade. Pretty no, I didn't take it. It looks obvious now. Wanted it to take 75, but that's predicting, not reacting. Yes, exactly, Tim. Which is a good point. It's okay to think that you want price to grab here. I don't think there's anything wrong with thinking that. But again, once you see this candle close, we get rid of what we think. We see this close bullish, we react. Just like you said, Tim. It's okay to think we're going to grab here or we think we're going to grab here. There's nothing wrong with that. But what we always have to remember is we're not paid to think. We're paid to react. So as soon as you see it close back above, cool. We react to that bullish breakout, then we take the trade. So lovely play there. Lovely play there. How much do you risk on a 50k? 1 to 2 micros maybe is again more than enough. One of the trades from last week, again, direction analysis was shared on the London Open. This was 50k. This was 3 micros. 3 micros, $1,000. And to be honest, that's why I don't really mind trading like 50s or 100 here on Topstep, because I'm pretty much trading the same size. If I trade at 50 or 100, it's very similar. Like on gold, you really don't need big size. Like if you took this fake out on gold pre-London, you know, you just made 300 ticks. At 2 micros, that's a $600 trade. $600 trade right there on gold here in London. Like that's more than enough. More than enough. That's more than enough. So for me, gold, 1 to 2 micros, you're making great profits. More size will come with time. If we're not making money trading 2 to 3 micros, then we need to focus on consistency. Yeah, nice, Barn. I would love to hold that trade, but did not need more for a combine. Yeah, good job. Good job. Good job. Markets work the opposite to how I predict most sweeps before the push. Yeah, this is a really again, if we don't push from here, guys, and we start rejecting from here into the rest of the day, which I am on fast markets today, we could still see gold come higher. I don't believe this is the high in gold. I think we're still going to see gold come higher. Now, the only way I can really get in this trade is if we see some sort of liquidity grab. I have to see some sort of liquidity grab to get in. For example, here, I can't buy this high. But when we come down, tag lows and get back above, cool, then I can buy. So if I want to get involved in these longs on gold, I would buy below 30-minute lows, which is still possible. And we do still have gold to come back up into 48.30. It's very unlikely that this is going to be the high of the day for gold. I don't think so. I think we're going to see it come higher again. So we may not have got the London move yet because it happened very early. But again, gold does love them pre-London moves. I still think we'll get higher. If we pull back into 4,800, fantastic. We'll still buy. Could the wick below be the third candle on the 30-minute? Could the wick below be on the third candle on the 30-minute? Sorry, I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean. If you want to share a chart, if it's easier, excuse me, if you tag me on X, the Aaron Trades, if you hashtag London Open at Topstep TV, I will. If you guys want to share some charts, just if you want to share something you're looking at, feel free to tag me on X, and we can fire up whilst we're waiting for Goldie here. Absolutely. Hey Aaron, that 30-minute long wouldn't be risky because of the previous hourly candle. It would be riskier, but it wouldn't be risky. It would be riskier. Let's say, this is a good point. Let's say the hourly wicked the lows. I would have more confidence to take this trade. But it didn't wick the lows, it closed bearish. So would I still take this trade? Yes. Because we have very nice liquidity targets here. And I'm anticipating an hourly fake out. And the reason I'm anticipating an hourly fake out is because we just tagged the lows and we just engulfed the previous 30-minute. Like, that's a very nice breakout there. Not only did the 30-minute close back above, we engulfed the previous 30-minute candle and we closed back above the high. So yeah, it is risky, but in terms of risk to reward, if I buy from here and it doesn't work, like, I can get out that trade very quick. Very quick. So it is riskier because the hourly did close bearish. But in terms of risk to reward, is it worth it? Absolutely. You know, we've taken trades like this before where the hourly's closed bearish and we've still bought and made money. I can't remember exactly where it was, but you guys remember we did it was quite a while ago. It was sometime in London. We were buying on the 5-minute once the hourly closed bearish. I can't remember exactly where it was. It was quite a while ago. I would be a bit worried if I knew exactly when and where it was, actually. Probably would need to get outside more. But usually I do remember where these trades are. But there was a time, I can't remember where, it wasn't this long ago. There was a time where we did I think it was here actually. Was it here? No, see it looks just like that. What was it here? There was a time where in London, pre-London, the hourly closed bearish, but we still bought on the lower time frame. Why? Because we had nice upside targets and we were anticipating a fake out play. So yeah, although the hourly did close bearish here, I mean that bearish closure doesn't really mean too much for me here. Why? Because look at every time you close bearish, you close straight back above. Bearish, straight back above. Bearish, straight back above. Why? Because we're in the range. And trade location, we're buying at the lows of the range. So yeah, it is riskier, but risk reward, it's absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. So if you guys did take that fake out play, that was a good job to you guys to take the trade. That was a fantastic trade. Good question. How do you split your trades across accounts and choose which account you're trading? I'm mainly sticking to this account. This is like my main account. This is like my main account here. If I get an opportunity to take on another account, fantastic. But this is my main account here. This is my 100k. I just passed the 50 recently. You know, sometimes if I don't really like the way trades are setting up, I'll just trade some combines and, you know, get them passed in the background. But the trade that I showed you guys here, I also took this on my 100k as well. So I try and trade both. Or for example, you know, this account is, let me just show you guys. This account's eligible for a payout. Some of my other ones aren't yet eligible for a payout, so I want to build this up a little bit more, take the payout, and then focus on building up some other accounts, for example. Like if I show you guys here. So I can take a payout on this account now, but I don't want to because it's only got 1,300. I want to build it up more than that. So I'll focus on this account more. Maybe when this account's more eligible and I might request a payout, then for that day I might focus on another account, for example, and I'll build that up more, and then I'll take a payout on that account. It's the reason I'm taking all these consistent payouts every month is doing exactly that. So for instance, this, like I kind of, this got 2,700. I want to build this up to at least 4, 5, 6,000 maybe, which is a real shame because like I said, I want to be in the trade as much as you guys want me to be in the trade. I took on my personal, but I didn't get on my funder, which I absolutely wish I did. But we do have all day as well. We got all day. But I try and I don't really like I don't say, you know, this is a risky setup, so I'm going to take it on this account. It more so depends on like where the accounts are at. Let's have a look, you guys. Let's have a look. If you guys didn't get this push up like me, don't worry. I've had no trades here. Don't worry, guys. I still think we get trades today. We may have FOMO right now. Trust me, I do too, because I would love to be in this as much as you guys would love to be in this. But don't get FOMO. There's still opportunities here. Like I say, the more you reject from here, the more likely more people short, the more reason to see this squeeze higher. But if we're going to buy gold, remember, like we always say, like Sean always says in Asia calls, trade location is key. Trade location is key. Don't chase up here, let price pull back, and then fantastic. You know, we still have a 250 tick range to trade. Fantastic. I'm happy with that. Do you copy trade much? No, I never copy trade, man. Never. I have before, but I don't like to copy trade, to be honest. I just like to keep them separate. Sam, rotation at time, 4 to 5. Sometimes less, sometimes more. Yeah, 48.25 looks interesting. Yes, I agree. I think we'll see 48.25 pretty comfortably today. Do you have to have a buffer? You don't have to have a buffer. Like I said, I could let me just go back in. Where are we? Let me show you guys. Where are we? Like I said, I could take this out right now, and then this would be my buffer. So I can take out 50% at a time here, and the rest will stay in my account as my buffer. So you don't have to build up a big buffer. Like I like to. You don't have to. I just prefer to give myself at least like 2,000 worth of a buffer. At least. At least. But I mean, like I say, I could take that payout right now, and then that would be my buffer. But to me, it's not much of a buffer. Like, it's all right, but it's only like this is probably like 3 or 4 losing trades in a row. I want to give myself more than that. More than that. Nice. We got gold squeezing back down here, guys. We've got 30-minute close coming in 10 minutes. The more gold rejects from here, the more likely we are to see this squeeze higher. This is good. This is nice. Have you ever been to live count? I haven't. I have been very close. Like, I have had 5 payouts from a single XFA last year, but the amount that I left in the balance just simply wasn't worth it. Like, I think I built up one of my XFA to like 33 green days or something with like 5 payouts, but the amount I had in the account was only like 2,000 or something, so it just wasn't worth taking to live. We almost did. Yeah, I would like to get there this year. I'd like to have it as a goal. I don't remember exactly when it was. This was a while ago. But yeah, I built up just a 50k to. It's a good while ago. Built up like a 50k account to like 30 or 35, I think, like green 150 minimum dollar days. I thought that was going to be. I thought that would be the one. But then I went through a bit of a losing patch and then lost that one and then went again. Which happens. That's why I always recommend, you know, if you're eligible for a payout, you've not had a payout yet, you know, reward yourself. Take the payouts. Yeah, that it happens, Barnes. But to be honest, like, you know, if you took 3, like, that's, you know, that's amazing. You took 3 payouts, lost on the 4th, like, good job. You had money hit your account, like, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. If we start to break out from here, guys, I'm going to see if there's a gold long here up into these range for 176 ticks. Trying to buy this 30-minute breakout here. 3 consecutive payouts is fantastic. Let me see if you guys got some trades here. Let me see the hashtag London open. Let's have a look. Where are we? Yeah, like I say, if you guys want to, no trades yet, but if you guys do want to share some trades, you know, feel free to hashtag London Open, tag me as well. We had that great run on silver. Again, it was a really, really nice run. NQ, what do we have on NQ? NQ also squeezing higher. You guys who trade NQ, nice little squeeze up to the highs of the range. You may see NQ pull back from here though. What do we say about gold with the range? Here's the highs of the range, here's the lows of the range. What have we not yet done? We haven't quite come back down for lows, so potential NQ pullback. The euro yesterday, remember I said that we want to be buying the euro yesterday. Wow, look at that. Look at that, what a trade. Look at the euro. The euro, again, this way, some of you guys were short yesterday and you managed to risk well, and good job. We said yesterday how the weekly is bullish, so I wouldn't really want to be selling the euro. Look at that for a push. That is a phenomenal push on the euro. Look at that. Huge, huge, huge. For the euro, that's a very, very, very big push. You know, some of you guys are here watching London Open, do trade the euro. I'd be interested to see if you caught that. Get that huge breakout. Pre-New York. Continuation New York Open. Look at that. Phenomenal push. Oh, look at this. Gold straight back down here, guys. Out on the personal somewhere around here. This is nice. So look at this Audi. Came up. We did just hit the first high. Look at that. So any early sellers would have got just about squeezed out there. So now what do we do from here? Do we pull back or do we fill in this wick later on and still come back higher? I do still think we come back higher, but that's a very nice liquidity grab. Did we hit daily highs? Yes, we did. Look at that. Where's this rejection? From the highs of the 10th. What did we say at the start of the stream? We want to buy gold up into the high of the 10th. Well, didn't give an opportunity, but we have just tagged that and sold off perfectly. So you can see how well these levels play out. Play out absolutely beautifully. So what would our job have been here pre-London? Buying up into the highs. Now what are these liquidity levels? These liquidity levels are potential reversal signs. So if we are buying here, what do we want to do at these levels? We want to get out of our trades. Why? Because this is always right around the corner. So to me, this is where you would have had a lot of people shorting gold, risking up this high, literally just got squeezed out, and now you're straight back down. Like, that's a huge grab right there. Now, what I don't really want to see here on gold for the rest of London is closing back into here. Because that's where then from there we don't really know what's going to happen. Because we've tagged the highs, we've also tagged the lows. So we don't want to see or I mean, let's be neutral here. Yeah, it was a clean target. It was an absolutely perfect target. That 30-minute fake out right up into that high there, man, that would have been if we took that live, that would have been a damn beautiful trade. Look at that. 300 tick trade, tag the highs straight back lower. Like, that's a perfect liquidity grab right there. And again, like I say, guys, this is what gold does time and time and time again. If you can spot these levels, spot the places where gold hasn't grabbed the previous highs, man, that could be beautiful. So from here, I mean, if we, let's say we're not going to come up high today. Let's be neutral here. If we do close back below and we do break out, where could we see gold come to next? I mean, let me just have a quick look at the higher time from here. Try and get a understanding of what we might do from here. So you tag the week lows, you're breaking back higher, you just tagged daily highs. I know some of you guys mentioned there's not much of a bottom wick on the daily, which is a good point. So now that we grabbed the highs, could we come back down to the daily open? Yeah, I think it's possible. Possible now that we've liquidated these highs here. Where would that bring us down to? Bring us down to about 47.65. So could we do something like that? Yeah, I think so. Hey Tom, course material has been super helpful. That's what we like to hear, man. Insightful and easy to learn. Fantastic. I'm almost at a point where I'll get on a Topstep and start using a combine. Awesome. What if you had any material or could make a video to show us the best way to set up a Topstep account efficiently? I don't really, to be honest, man. It's pretty self-explanatory. What I would say, man, is just I would fire up a Topstep account, and you can get a practice account as well. But it's, you know, it's kind of like in here, you can just put in whichever risk settings that you want to put in, man. Like, you know, risk $200-300 a day, put that in as your personal day loss limit. I do have videos about how to use the Topstep X platform, like in terms of like buying and selling and dragging and dropping orders. I can definitely, let me see if I can share that. But actually setting up, it's let me see if I can find the Topstep X video. I did a video showing about the platform. Wow, 2 years ago. That's crazy. I made this video 2 years ago. But it's just, yeah, just, you know, just start trading micros, 1 to 2 micros, more than enough. Topstep X platform is amazing. Yeah, I agree. Best platform. Super clean. Super clean. Super simple to use. And start off small, Tom. You know, just start off with the 50k. Don't go for any huge 150k. Just start off small. Small size, smallest account, and you know we can absolutely work our way towards getting payouts even with a 50. Absolutely. Yeah, B2, but I've used that a few. I still use it as well. What is the entry confirmation you need for an entry? The entry confirmation here on gold has already been and gone, unfortunately. Happened before I was on the charts, but this was the entry here, the 30-minute fake out. That was the trade here for me this morning. So if I want to keep buying, it would have to be the same thing. But to be honest, with gold wick and highs and closing bearish, I won't be buying gold today. I mean, not unless we close back above 4,800. But after this, I won't buy gold for quite some time. But the only trade that's been here this morning is that 30-minute fake out play. Broke below, broke straight back above. There's your breakout here. Here's our breakout. Nice support. Broke it. Resistance. Broke above. Support. And all the way up into these targets here. Like, that's the cleanest trade here. And if I didn't get this, then a lot of patience is going to be required now. Because that's a great move on gold. A great move. So for something different, yeah, I'd want to see a breakout. Yeah, you'd have to be honest, if we do get this close like this on gold, which is clearly like we're going to get, I will very likely wait till fast markets, because that's the move for London. Very rare will you see London move that much and just keep ripping up or down. London will very likely range for now. So for me personally, I will wait till I jump on fast markets. Yeah, that's the thing, Sean. Yeah, that's it. I mean, like Sean's saying, because this move was so clean, and I didn't get it because I wasn't watching the charts yet, I can't trade after that. Why? Because if I got this move, would I be trading in here? Absolutely not. So that's kind of my answer as to if I should be trading right now. I know I should have been in this move. It happened before I was able to jump on. I cannot now trade in here because there's no liquidity cells, there's no direction, and I'll just be trading based off the fact that I missed this move. So if I didn't get this move and you guys didn't get this move, you have to ask yourself, if I did get this move, would I be trading here? And if the answer is no, that's our answer to if we should be in new positions. What about the 30-minute potential being a wick from taking liquidity to the first target of the trend line? Yes, definitely. This could absolutely be a liquidity grab to potentially drive lower. I think what we want to see from here now, you know what, if the 30-minute recloses back above 4,800, fantastic. You have a wick fill play for price to come up and fill in this wick. If we break back below the support at 89, then you potentially have shorts down into the open. So we have a pretty if-then scenario right now. If we break above here, cool, we'll buy up into here. If we break below here, cool, maybe you can sell down into lows. I would rather take the longs because I know gold's overall bullish. But if we do break below, that is a trade you could consider. So now it's kind of like, it's going to require patience, but at the same time, it's like it's also very simple. Just wait for the candle to close above or below, and anything in between, be very, very careful. Because that's where, to the left, gold had chopped around for quite some time. The break back above 4,830 minute, fantastic. We still have a 200 tick range. You break back below on the 30 minute, you have a, again, 200 tick range, which is very nice, very, very nice. Yeah, lock out and put my sad music playlist on. Good man. Yeah, lock it out and play some sad music. But if you feel like, you do have a bit of FOMO because this was a perfect opportunity, do that, You don't have to play sad, you can play sad music if you want to, but, lock yourself out for an hour. If you really want to. If you have the urge to do something you should be doing, lock yourself out for an hour. Come back to New York. Small violin. We have it's 8:30 London time, guys. There's going to be other opportunities today. It would have been great to bid in this one. Happened before we jump on, who cares? Accept it, move on. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's one of the favorites. Same as wow, look at that, the euro absolutely booming. Silver again, silver has grabbed the highest point of the range. Again, same idea for silver, guys, is people who are swinging shorts. Look at these huge swing trades, massive swing trades on silver. They're going to short here, they're going to short here, and they're also going to short here. Again, same as gold. What do we love to do? And this was a great trade on silver as well. This came in much earlier, around 3 o'clock London time. What does silver love to do? Same thing as gold. Keep these lessons in your toolkit, guys, because it happens time and time and time again. You come down, you tag the lows of the range. Where do you come to next? Right back to the highs. So dip buying silver at the open yesterday. Look at that for a range. 7%. Insane. Absolutely insane. Again, what does silver do from here? I don't really know, to be honest. We're still very bullish, so you could still come higher. But for intraday trading opportunities, I'm not too sure. You've tagged the lows, you've also tagged the highs. I don't really know what silver does from here. Same as gold. You've tagged lows, you've also tagged highs. What does gold do from here? I'm not 100% sure. Where are we? Let's see here, guys. Let's see. So, with that being said, guys, I am on fast markets today. That was a great move there on gold. Unfortunately, I didn't get it because I wasn't on the charts. But I'm not going to sit here and watch it, guys, because we're going to be on fast markets later on, where we're going to trade the New York Open with the guys and see if there is some more gold trades, which I do believe we'll get. So, for that, Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you guys did learn something here this morning. Went through the whole entire liquidity plan, saw the liquidity levels play out, and we'll be right back again tomorrow. Or I will see you guys live in the New York session for fast markets. So come along, say hello, trade gold with me. We'll see what we get for the rest of the day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.